right, so tell us which is your most popular one right now.
Like I said, our cinnamon drop one here is the most popular. Everyone loves cinnamon around the time of the holidays.
Definitely.
And then our cranberry. Cranberries are sweet. They're in every holiday thing.
This one has eggnog flavoring too?
Yes, it has an eggnog flavoring into it as well. So if you're getting a cranberry, please be specific if it's eggnog or sour cream.
Okay. So what a fabulous, and what a good idea for gifts. I did notice when we came in, you have baskets, wicker, metal. You have, just coming out the door, you have so many. You also have wonderful paper bags that you can make up as gifts for people. How much notice do you need to do something like that? If we want to do, say we wanted to do a gift basket with several of your specialty loaves, can you do that on the spot?
It can. If we have the loaves on hand, that's perfectly possible. Okay. We can build a basket for you, or you can do it yourself. If you want us to do it, give us a price range and we'll make you a basket.
Okay. So what a wonderful gift. Can you imagine waking up to one of these wonderful loaves, or even having them in the evening as French toast? What a good way to end the day. Rachel, thanks ever so much. And if you do need a specialty bread, come in and see Rachel and the girls here at the Old Grist Mill. Thanks, Rachel.
Thanks for coming.
The Friday before Christmas and all through the gym. No, we're not doing that. We are not doing any poems on the Friday before Christmas because it's time for the game of the week on the Valley Channel. Skyview, our first chance to see the Bobcats tonight as they play host to Weber, a 6A team from Region 1. Skyview's played in a bunch of tournaments. They haven't had a lot of standalone games. They played in a Preston tournament and they played at one down in southern Utah. They've been a little bit up and down, but Mason Falslove has been up. The guy is averaging 24 points per game. He leads 4A. He's one of the top scorers in the state. For Weber, they started way up 4-0 and looking good early, but they've lost their last 3 games, including a shellacking at the hands of a very good American Fork team earlier this week. They've got guys, though, that can get the job done, and one of their best guys is only about 5'9". So, who's going to come out on top tonight in Smithfield? Stick around on the Game of the Week on the Valley Channel, and you'll find out.
At Ultra, we don't believe in limits, or telling runners they can't, or it's not possible. That's why we dared to make shoes with a foot-shaped toe box, and gave runners zero-drop technology so that runners could say goodbye to limits too. Ultra invites you to experience the difference everyone's talking about with zero risk. Love your run or send them back within 30 days, no questions asked. Get your pair today at ultrarunning.com. Ultra, zero limits.
Well, Coach, our first time seeing the Bobcats, we hear all about Mason Falslove, and he scores plenty of points. We know all about him. Tell us about the rest of this team and this pretty tough early season schedule that you've played.
It's been good for us kind of to see where we're at, see what we need to work on, but got a good cast of seniors. John Bergeson helps us out at point guard. He started a few games coming off the bench right now, but does a really good job. Malik Corman is a good defender, and he's started to find his shot a little bit in the last few games. Cole Smith starting for us. He started some games for us last year. Cole DeBoer also started a little bit for us, and those two have kind of traded spots, but Cole DeBoer's got a broken nose again. It seems like it's about his 5th one and since he's been here at Skyview. But we've got Sam Phipps. He's new to the Bobcats, so he brings kind of a wrinkle to our team, kind of athleticism. You know, we've had some good good games, tough competition this year. Like you mentioned at this point, a good Preston tournament last weekend. We had some good improvement down in St. George. We went down there and played Canyon View, Pine View and Snow Canyon. So I felt like we're improving each game, and that's what's going to help us in region for sure.
Tell me about this Weber team. They won 4 in a row. Now they've lost 3 in a row. You know, it's that preseason or non-region schedule, I guess, where you're trying to get everything ironed out. But as you look at them on film, what are you expecting tonight? What does your team need to do?
Well, American Fork, they played American Fork on Tuesday. American Fork's super tough. They're probably one of the best teams in the state. And I'm in talking with their coach. He had 3 of his 5 starters that were out for that game, and so he had to play small ball, and they were still tied at halftime. So credit to them. I think they're going to be super scrappy. They're going to, they've got the Shank kid that's going to shoot it really well. They've got some height. The Iverson kid that played against us back when we were in that region, he's out with the meniscus problem right now. But I think they're going to be super scrappy. I think they're going to shoot it a lot. We're going to have to play smart offense. We're going to have to value the ball, value possessions tonight, and that's something we've been working on with the kids, and I think we'll be okay.
All right, thanks, Coach. Good luck tonight.
Appreciate it. Thank you.
Say the word base. Say the word mess.
Something and I'd say, huh? And then they'd tell me again and I'd say, huh? And they'd say, never mind. And I was thoroughly confused. I had no idea where to go. There are so many options.
Say the word pass.
And so I called and made an appointment.
Say the word red.
And I am here to tell you, it was like night and day. The minute I walked in the first place, but learning more about him, having him tell me a little bit about him and his qualifications. And I know he's a PhD, and I know what it takes to get a PhD. So I knew that he had spent many, many years and had a lot of experience. And then the hearing test was the thing that I thought, wow, he really knows what he's doing. Very, very well worth it, and I would recommend Dr. Daines to anybody, everybody.
PCs Unlimited is Cache Valley's first choice for all things computer. For over 20 years, our friendly and knowledgeable staff have been there to help you with on-site and in-store service, repair, diagnostics, networking, upgrades, system and data recovery, all of your computer needs. Our prices are low and our customer service is the best. Come see the professionals at PCs Unlimited, 610 North Main in Logan.
The Game of the Week on the Valley Channel is brought to you by Icon Health and Fitness, changing lives with fitness innovation. Wendy's of Cache Valley. It's way better than fast food. It's Wendy's. Mountain Star Cache Valley Hospital. Together, we're greater. Cache Valley Electric, a tradition of excellence since 1915. New Smile Dental, experience dental care. Cache Valley Hearing and Audiology. Bring back what you have been missing. Lynn's Audio and Video, Cache Valley Specialists. Mountain Valley Heating and Air Conditioning. Give us a call. You'll be glad you did. Herm's Inn, last chance for great food. Discount Tire and Automotive, so much more than a tire store. Four Seasons Apartments and Townhomes is your home. Planet Fitness of Logan, no intimidation and only $10 a month. Aspen Dental, get that gorgeous smile you've always wanted. The Logo Shop, we logo stuff, all kinds of stuff. And the Valley Channel, Cache Valley's TV station for over 25 years.
Welcome to Skyview High School in Smithfield. We're tonight on the Game of the Week on the Valley Channel in a non-region matchup. We see the Warriors of Weber High against the Skyview Bobcats. Hello everyone, I'm Eric Olson and I'll be with you all night along with the rest of the season. We're getting into the national anthem here, so I'll just step aside from that. Trio of cheerleaders from Skyview singing the national anthem on this Friday night before Christmas. Christmas in a few days. And this is the last basketball game this year for most of these schools. There won't be any next week. They pick up again at the first part of January. Let's talk about the visiting Weber Warriors for a moment. They're 4-3. They are out of Region 1 in 6A. They won their first 4 games. They beat Salem Hills, Box Elder, Logan, and Cypress. But then they run into some injury problems. They've lost their last 3 games. They lost a squeaker to Bonneville, a 2-point game to Farmington, and then lost most recently on this Tuesday night, 81-65 to a very good American Fork team, an American Fork team that we're going to see on January 4th against Ridgeline. They're second in 6A and number 3 in the state. A lot of injury problems have contributed to that 3-game skid. They're led by 5'9" senior Hudson Skank. He had 23, 22, and 20 in his first games. And he had 9 assists versus Box Elder in one of those first games, averaging 16 points, 3 rebounds, 4 assists, 2.5 steals. His 4 assists are 6th in 6A. His steals are 5th in 6A. He had 6 steals against American Fork. They lead Region 1 at 4-3. Fremont, Davis, Clearfield, Northridge, Syracuse, and Layton make up Region 1. Max Triplett will be starting. That's 6'7" for the Weber Warriors. Logan Lefebvre, that's 6 feet. Tyler Short, the junior, also at 6 feet. At 6'6", Quentin Bennett, the sophomore, and Hudson Skank at 5'9", the senior, number 3. They turned the lights out here in Smithfield as we get set to introduce the Bobcats. And we'll let you watch what they've got in store. Oh, look, that big screen up on the, there we go. making it a show more and more, even at the high school level, as they bring out the big screen for Skyview. And we haven't talked about them. We'll talk about them a little bit as we talk about these starters. They start and finish with Mason Falsliv at 6'4", 24 points per game. Cole Smith will get the start tonight at 6'1", the senior. Falsliv, just a junior. He's the top scorer in 4A. Malik Horman, a senior at 6 feet tall, averaging 7 points per game. Skyview has some size. Jackson Schumann, just a sophomore, at 6'9". Sam Phipps, who played for Mountain Crest last year. He's a junior. Now plays here at Skyview. He's 6'6", averaging 14 points per game. And he's feeling pretty comfortable in this Skyview system. Skyview lost their first 2 games. They won 4 in a row. They lost 2 of their last 3. They beat Highland of Idaho 70-54 on Tuesday. That's a team they lost to in the first game of the season, 64-62. We talk about Falsliv and his 24 points per game. He had 35 in the season opener at Highland. That's not even his best game. He had 36 versus Capital in the Preston Indian Classic. Capital, a high school out of Boise, Idaho. So Phipps in the middle against Triplett, and Skyview with the first possession. Falsliv handles. Falsliv working one-on-one. Kicks it across to Horman. Horman in the lane. Lay it up. Count it. Here's Skank with the ball. It looks like it's pronounced Shank, but the coach has told us no, it's Skank. He's 5'9", and he's been impressive this season. Doesn't have the size, but he's got the game. Turnover. Smith brings it across the timeline, uses the Phipps screen, then hands it off to Horman. Schumann in the corner, looks at a 3. Off the back heel, rebounded out of there by Weber. Short came up with the board. Baseline move, won't go, and the tip back in, or back up, also won't go. And the Bobcats coming back the other way. Here's Phipps, shut off baseline. Looking for some help, and he walked. Skyview's first turnover. And a loud student body tonight. It was LeFabre that missed the shot for Weber on the last possession. Tried to tap it back in, but Skyview came out with it. LeFabre, pull up from the elbow, short, rebounded by Falsliv. He drops it inbounds as he falls out of bounds, then picks it back up. Spin to the left, lay it up and in. 4-0 Skyview. We've played 2 minutes. Down low on a travel. Triplett dragged his pivot foot. Second turnover for the Warriors. Skyview leading 4-0. So many high schools. Bounce pass into Schumann. He has a hard time with it. Kicks it back out to Horman. The 3 too hard, and Skank comes out with it. Across the timeline. Right through the hands of his teammate. And out of bounds. Turnover number 3 for the Warriors. Spencer Hall into the ball game for Weber. Falsliv to Schumann. 3 ball. Got it. Jackson Schumann at 6'9", firing up the long ball. Skake with the dish to Lefebvre and one. That was Triplett. No, that's Lefebvre, 21. And Falslev picks up the foul. No, that's Triplett, 12. 3-point play by Triplett. Hand off to Phipps. Phipps has it knocked away and taken away. Second turnover for the Bobcats. Skank pulls up for three, leaves it short. Rebound fought for. Smith had his hands on it. It's Orman with it. Orman cross court to Falslev. Falls down, gives to Phipps. A lot of contact, no foul. Schumann cleans up the mess. James Harden step back, couple of steps, no call, and the three ball won't go. Phipps for the rebound. Foreman takes it from Falslev, spins inside, he walked. Third turnover for Skyview. 9-3. Skyview with the early lead. We're halfway through this first quarter. Skank with the hair flowing, high off the glass. Schumann to the board. Skank hits the deck. No call. Smith in the middle to Phipps, who dumps it underneath to Falslev. That one was blocked. Falslev gets the rebound, but it's taken away by Spencer Hall. Weaver in a hurry the other way. Flip up, won't go. And here's Phipps for three. Yes! Sam Phipps makes it a 9-point lead. 12-3 Skyview. With 3:10 to play in the quarter. Down low, working his way in is Triplett, and he's denied. And the Bobcats with a 9-point lead and looking to add to it. Under 3 minutes to play in the quarter. Falslev to his left. Tries to drop the pass into Schumann, and it's turned over. Fourth turnover for the Bobcats in the quarter. Three on the way for Weber. Off the front of the iron, Tyler Short couldn't get it to fall. And now Phipps trots across the timeline. He has it taken away. Skyview careless with the ball. Their fifth turnover. Skank hits at the other end. 12-5 Skyview. 2:20 to play in the first quarter, that is. Jackson Schumann with 5 in the quarter. He's got the ball. Passes off to Horman. Falslev uses the screen, calls for the ball. Pull-up jumper inside the three-point line, too hard. And Skank with the rebound. Skank gives it off to Hall. He drives and misses. Smith with the board. Quickly the other way. Horman! Malik Horman has 4. The Bobcats lead 14-5 with 1:46 to play in this first quarter. A frenetic pace. Talking to Coach Ryan Jones of the Weber Warriors before this game, he expected that they were going to get up and down. But some of the injury problems that they've had, they've kind of gone away from a little bit from some of the set plays. They've tried to really just get up and down as much as they can because they're playing small ball. Jace Wright's going to check in, number 24 for the Bobcats. 14-5 with 1:46 to play in the first period. Skyview with the lead, Weber with the ball. Hudson Skank across the timeline with it. He breaks the paint, leaves it back off for his teammate who lays it up short. Triplett's having trouble tonight. There's a couple of times he's been in close, but they call a foul on the rebound. Wright comes into the game and immediately picks up a foul. Triplett's 1 for 1 from the free throw line. He shot the only free throw of the night for either team. Triplett now with 4. Triplett's 3 for 3 from the line here in the quarter. He's got 5 points, and it's a 7-point Skyview lead. Wright fires away. It's short. Rebounded by Triplett. Maximus Triplett. Sounds like a hamburger. The Maximus Triplett with large fries. Now you got to be 6'7" if your name's Maximus. He's a big kid. Skank pulls up and hits. Hudson Skank with his first 3-pointer. He's got 5 points in the quarter. It's 14-10. Weber hanging in there. Falsa plays catch with Bergeson. Free throw line jumper is good by Wright. The 3 at the other end is good. Worrell into the ball game, firing up the 3. And it's a 3-point ball game. It's 16-13. Skyview ran out to the early 9-point lead. Weber's chipped away, and it's a 3-point lead with 15 seconds to play in the quarter. Also between the circles. 6 seconds. What did they call? Offensive foul on Phipps. Wow. 3 team fouls on Skyview. Weber yet to get an infraction. 6 seconds. Plenty of time for a shot. Skank pulls up straight away. Ties it up. That's the end of the first quarter. We're all knotted up at 16 in Skyview. Back with more after this.
Something and I'd say, huh? And then they tell me again and I'd say, huh? And they'd say, never mind. And so I called and made an appointment.
Say the word pass.
He's a PhD, and I know what it takes to get a PhD.
Say the word red.
It was like night and day. And then the hearing test was the thing that I thought, wow, he really knows what he's doing. I would recommend Dr. Daines to anybody, everybody.
Skyview jumped out to an early 9-point lead, but then in the last couple of minutes of that quarter, they ended up being outscored. They ended up being outscored 13-4, and we're all knotted up at 16 apiece. Eric Olson along with you here at the farthest north high school in Utah. Little piece of high school trivia for you there. Put it in your back pocket, whip it out at parties, amaze your friends, confound your enemies. Skank with 8 points in that first quarter, including the 3 that tied things up right at the buzzer, just before the buzzer, and a foul out front. Bergeson picks up his first, and Skyview with their 4th team foul. Skank throws it inbounds. A Hall, and now they go down low. Weber with their first lead of the ball game. to 16, Weber. Phipps back Back to Horman in the corner for three. It's short. Rippled the net, but didn't go through the rim. Oh, that's a double dribble. Weber misses the shot, gets the ball back. The player picked up the ball with two hands, put it on the floor, picked it up, put it on the floor again. That's what Trey Worrell did a moment ago. I don't know if you could hear the student body hollering for it. No harm done though, as the shot's missed and Skyview's got it back. Baseline jumper, rattles in for Malik Horman. Horman's got 6. Skank thinks about a 3 and an offensive foul. First foul on Weber.
Foul is on Weber's 15.
Call it on 15. We do not have a 15 on the we don't have a 15 on the roster. I don't know that there's a 15 out there. There's 12.
Foul is on Spencer Hall, his first.
Okay, Spencer Hall, 35. It's his first. Falslip with 7 points. Tied at 18, 6.5 to play in the half. Falslip tries the right, goes to his left. Out to right, who dishes it under to Schumann. He's fouled hard. And Spencer Hall just picked up his second. Second team foul for Weber. Schumann had 5 points in the first period, a 3-pointer and 1 in close. And this is the first free throw for the Bobcats. Weber's 3 for 3 from the line. Hall sits. The Faber back in there. Schumann hits them both, and the Bobcats back out to a 2-point lead. The Faber and Morrell play catch. Skank had a look. He decides not to take it. Skank's got a man down low. He tosses over Wright's defense. Wright slops it away, and they call the foul immediately.
Foul on Skyview, 24, Wright.
Jace Wright picks up his second. That's the 15 foul on Skyview. Free throw up and in for Bennett.
Nielsen checking in for Weber, replacing Triplett.
Bennett misses the second. 6'6" sophomore. Falslip into the lane. Kicks it out to Wright. Wright's got Schumann. He loses it as he goes to dish it to Schumann. But Smith gets it back, and his baseline floater won't go. Rebounded by Bennett. Pull-up 3 on the way. Too hard. Schumann fights for the board, and Wright's got it.
Rebound controlled by Bergeson.
Bergeson gets a hold of it. Settles everything down. Back to Schumann off the pick and roll. Schumann. 9 points for Schumann, the big sophomore. 22-19, Skyview. Worrell fires up a 3. This one wide left and rebounded easily by Falslip. 5 minutes to play in the half. Skyview by 3. Falslip to the rack, up, under, in, and 1. Falslip, earlier I said he had 7, he only had 2. That's only his second bucket. He's got 4 points, on the line for 1 more. It's been Jackson Shank, the 6'9" sophomore. He's got 9 points, he and Horman with 6. Falslev misses. 24-19 Skyview. We were tied at the break at 16 apiece. They work on Schumann, who holds his ground. And Falslev all the way to the rim. Leaves it short. They tie it up on the rebound. It looks like Schumann's going to be called for the foul. That's his first. That's the 6th team foul. Free throws the rest of the way for Weber. That's actually Schumann's second. I've got him for one. The big board's got him for two. The big board's the official one. Nielsen dishes it off through the hands of Triplett. He gets it back to Skank. Skank uses the screen. Back to Triplett. Tapped away momentarily by the Bobcats, but Skank gets it back. Uses the screen from Triplett, who rolls out and fires the three at a pick and pop. It's no good and rebounded. And Falslev with it. Warman in the left corner hands it back to Smith. Smith from the left side, and it's swatted out of bounds. Bennett swats it away. Sorensen into the game. For Skyview, Phipps drops the inbounds pass, and a foul called on Max Triplett.
Fouls on Weavers, 12, Triplett, his first.
That's his first, 4th team foul on the Warriors. Norman bounces it in to Falslev. Falslev down the lane with a little hook. Falslev now with 6. 3.5 to play in the first half. A 7-point lead for the Bobcats. They've outscored Weber 10-3 to start this second period. Here's a near steal, and it's still up for grabs. It ends up being a turnover for Weber. They're first in a bit, and they're 4th in the first half. Both teams were throwing the ball around like it was hot earlier. Since then, they've settled down and taken better care of it. Too high. And the handoff to Horman. Looks for the dish, decides to take the shot. Triplett blocks it out of bounds. Falslev will trigger in. Phipps has been quiet. He averages 14 a game. He's got 3. Here's a long 3 that won't go, rebounded by Smith. Smith, he tried to lob that one up there. It wasn't caught by Sorensen, and a rebound foul and another foul on Weber.
Fouls on Weber's number 40. Bennett is first.
Quentin Bennett picks up his first. Timeout Skyview.
Checking in for Weber, number 35, Hall.
Spencer Hall will check in as we come back from the timeout. Skyview leads 26-19. There's 2:41 to play in this first half. Skyview had a 9-point lead early in the first period. Weber kept whittling away at it. And Hudson Skank hit a 3-pointer at the first quarter buzzer to tie it up at 16 going into the second. But they've outscored, Skyview has outscored Weber 10-3 here in this second period so far. Only 3 points for the Warriors. And there's 2:41 left to play here in the half. Skyview's played 5 games versus Idaho teams. They played Highland twice out of Pocatello, lost 1-1-1. beat Capital out of Boise, lost to Preston, lost to Rocky Mountain as a team out of Boise. 3 by Smith is short.
Lefebvre with the rebound.
Skank, nice little bounce pass underneath. His teammate can't finish. Sorensen with the board. Here's Phipps, back out to Falslev. Cross court to Horman. Straightaway 3 for Smith, leaves it short. He's about 2 steps behind the arc. 1 step and it would have been in. 2 minutes to play in the first half. 26-19 Skyview. Lefebvre to Bennett. Triplett hands it back to Skank, and Skank backs out and calls the play. Jumper from the elbow won't go. Here's Falslev. Lob to Falslev. He tries to throw down with one hand, but Skank is there to interrupt things. Skank was going to step into a 3, gives it back to Lefebvre in the corner. He's got it. Lefebvre with his first bucket. He averages 9 points a game. It's 26-22 Skyview. Approaching 1 minute to play in this first half. Smith passed up the 3. He's at the elbow, finds Horman. Horman, little floater won't go. Schumann too hard. And a rebound foul. Looks like it's going to go on Triplett. Triplett will pick up his second.
Fouls on Weavers, number 35, Hall.
Nope, they're going to give it to Hall. And Hall picks up his third.
2, Ferguson replaces Smith. Checking in for Weaver.
Cole Smith sits, Jonathan Bergeson into the game. Worrell in and Hall out for Weber. Bergeson gets it right back into Falslev. Falslev, a little one-hand push. And Falslev has 8. 45 seconds to play in the half. 28-22 Skyview. Triplett firing the 3. He's got it.
Triplett for downtown 3.
10 points for Triplett. (28-25). Skyview leading. 20 seconds to play and Phipps drops it. They tried to feed him. He was a little behind him. Falslev tries to steal. Phipps comes up with it. Boy, Weber got back in a hurry. They were all in the front court. They get back in a hurry. Phipps misses. Falslev, rebound miss. Falslev will go to the line. Falslev and Phipps were both trying to dig that ball away at midcourt because they could smell a dunk. That's a couple of guys that can throw down. Falslev looking for double figures. He had 2 in the first quarter. He misses his second free throw of the quarter. He's 0 for 2 from the free throw line. Hits the second. He's got 9. And he makes a steal and throws down. Cookies for Falslev, and then he jams them back in the jar. That's the last play of the first half. Falslev puts an exclamation point on it with the steal and the throwdown. 31-25 Skyview as we head to the locker room.
My older brother thought he could do a 360. Yeah, he got maybe a 60 before his face went. We went to the emergency room and Dad told us to behave because we probably would have to wait a long time. But they brought us right back here and the doctor used x-ray vision to see what the big dummy broke.
ER specialists at every one of our 8-star hospitals are dedicated to seeing you fast. Mountain Star Hospitals. Look for the star.
Gonna post this on Instagram.
furnaces do a pretty good job. They're tucked away, out of sight, out of mind. We don't usually think too much about them. They don't need much. They quietly do their job. A typical high-quality furnace today is rated to provide you with 10 to 15 years of reliable service. But no matter how good they are to begin with, they just don't last forever. It's their job to heat up and cool down, heat up and cool down again, hour after hour, day after day for years. They constantly expand and contract, expand and contract. Eventually, the metal is weakened and then it's time to quit. But the question is, when? If your furnace is getting up there in years, you may want to schedule an inspection. Now, of course, nobody wants to replace a perfectly good furnace. We all want to get as much life out of them as we can. On the other hand, isn't it always better to know if you're about to be literally left out in the cold? Most problems arise when you're not expecting them. Chances are your furnace might decide it's time to quit at the most inconvenient time possible. However, Mountain Valley Heating and Air Conditioning offers 24/7 emergency services. Just call the number on your screen. They'll rush their highly trained and factory qualified technicians to you. They'll analyze the problem and determine if what you need is a simple fix or a complete install. Mountain Valley Heating and Air Conditioning is a family-owned local company. They've been serving Cache Valley homes and businesses for over 20 years with dependable residential and commercial heating and air conditioning services. They'll also help you with your gas fireplaces, heat pumps and water heaters. They're fast and they're reliable. Their customer satisfaction ratings are very high. They'll do simple repairs, replacements, new construction and commercial applications. They're courteous and professional, bonded and insured and up to date on the very latest technology. They'll troubleshoot the problem and quote you a flat rate price before starting any project. They'll service and repair all brands of furnaces, heaters and air conditioners. If it's a replacement that you end up needing, they carry only the top lines like Lennox, Tempstar and Grand Air, and they maintain a large inventory of replacement parts to keep service times to a minimum. And of course, all repairs are guaranteed. Don't forget to ask about financing, special discounts for seniors and veterans, and special online promotions. So, give them a call. You and your furnace will be glad you did. Starting to lose our hearing? Is it genetic? Is it environmental? What's happening to us?
There's many things. Genetics can take a part of it. Certain medications, ototoxic drugs, but most of it's just life, living in general. We go to a concert here, we go to a motorcycle rally, we ride a motorcycle, we're exposed to all these loud sounds, loud music, but it all takes a little bit of hearing, a little bit here, a little bit there. We don't notice it. It's so slowly happening and it's painless, and over time just that little bit compounds, and pretty soon we have a significant hearing loss that's affecting our ability to communicate with our loved ones.
If you are experiencing any kind of problem, be you my age or be you younger, why don't you give Dr. Daines a call here at Cache Valley Hearing. Tell us where we are, Dr. Daines, and how they can get hold of you.
We're at 485 North Main Street in Logan, and you can just give us a call at 435-753-4327 or at 753-HEAR here.
Okay, well that's a good, that's very apt. Yeah, I should say so. Any kind of hearing loss, and literally, please don't let this feeling of embarrassment or it not being manly or cool, that's, you know, that's a bit dim. You shouldn't be embarrassed about something that is a natural aging process.
It's actually more noticeable when you don't hear and have to have people repeat themselves.
That's true. And extremely irritating for those around you that are having to repeat it time and time again. Thanks so much, Dr. Daines. And seriously, guys, give Dr. Daines a call. Your hearing problems will be solved. Thanks, Dr. Daines.
to succeed in athletics, but I also want to succeed in school, and I also want to help my family and my community. And so I think through being balanced and juggling all these things, it leads me to fulfill those wants and then be happier because of it.
In order to have a fulfilling and well-rounded life, you have to do a lot of different things.
She goes to her classes and she does her sports.
I don't really know how she does it. I mean, she goes to every day, which is like a smile on her face. I think everyone can have a drive, but it's the people that actually choose to feed this hunger are the people that stand out.
Your hunger to win has to be bigger than anybody else's.
If she sets her mind to it, she's going to accomplish it, and I have no doubt about that. Whether it's she needs to drop 3 seconds on her time, she needs to get a better grade on her math test. Bill is just one of those people who, whenever I see you do anything, you always have this drive.
There's a drive there that comes from wanting to be everything that her mom set in motion in the first 13 years of her life.
My mom was one of my closest friends, so she had such an immense impact and influence on my life that when she died, my whole world was kind of turned around.
She was heartbroken, as you would imagine. She knew she had all these little ones looking to her. She was only 12 years old, but she became the person who was handling it.
I'm trying my best, I guess. It's been hard. She was such a big part of my life, but I'm doing the best I can.
She's a beautiful runner, and it's just amazing to watch her run.
She's a tremendous sister, tremendous daughter, caring soul, remarkably proud of Jillian.
Like, she has so much responsibility in her life. It's also amazing that she does it with such humility and grace.
When you lose your mom and your sister, you realize how precious every day is, and you want to make the most of every day. You sort of set high goals for yourself, and you sort of work to achieve them.
Sheer will and, passion and, but to get themselves there quicker than anybody else, to reach down deep, push through that pain, that both mental pain where you just want to stop, you want to give up, and that physical pain where your legs and your muscles are screaming, and just get yourself there.
The Game of the Week on the Valley Channel is brought to you by Icon Health and Fitness, changing lives with fitness innovation. Wendy's of Cache Valley. It's way better than fast food. It's Wendy's. Mountain Star Cache Valley Hospital. Together, we're greater. Cache Valley Electric, a tradition of excellence since 1915. New Smile Dental, experience dental care. Cache Valley Hearing and Audiology. Bring back what you have been missing. Lynn's Audio and Video, Cache Valley's specialists. Mountain Valley Heating and Air Conditioning. Give us a call. You'll be glad you did. Herms Inn, last chance for great food. Discount Tire and Automotive, so much more than a tire store. Four Seasons Apartments and Townhomes is your home. Planet Fitness of Logan, no intimidation and only $10 a month. Aspen Dental, get that gorgeous smile you've always wanted. The Logo Shop, we logo stuff, all kinds of stuff. And the Valley Channel, Cache Valley's TV station for over 25 years.
Well, we were tied at 16 after the first period, and in the second period, Skyview outscored Weber 15-9, an exclamation point put on the first half by Mason Falslip with the steal and the one-hand dunk as time ran out. Falslip leads all scorers with 11. He scored 9 of those 11 in the second half. He scored all 9 of those in the second half of the second period. That's what I'm trying to say. 9 points for Schumann, 6 for Horman, 3 for Phipps, Chase Wright with 2. For Weber, Max Triplett with 10, 8 for Hudson Skank. Logan Lefebvre with 3, 1 point for Bennett, and 3 points for Worrell. What's keeping Weber in this ball game? 5 3-pointers, 5 triples for the Warriors. They're launching, and a lot of them are hitting the net. They're not 2 for $1 tonight, they're 3 for $1. It's a big sale going on around the arc for Weber. Skyview with the 31-25 lead in the ball to start the second half. Horman, 3, short, rebounded by Phipps. Phipps throws it back in as he hits the deck. 7th turnover for Skyview. 3 at the other end. They made 5, couldn't make it 6. Here's Horman, off to Phipps. Phipps spins to his right. No, they're going to say he walked. It looked pretty good to me. He may have walked before he started into the turn, because that spin looked pretty clean, but he may have taken extra steps before he picked up the ball going into the turn. There's a turnover for Weber at the other end. They're 6th. Falslip, he was just wrecking shop in the second quarter. See what he does here in the third. Averaging 24 a game, he's got 11. Pulls up for 3. Won't go. Schumann taps it out to Smith. Smith into the lane. He's got his first bucket. Eight-point lead now for Skyview. 6.5 to play. Three-pointer by Skank. Got it. Hudson Skank with 11. His third three-pointer. LeFaber's 9th in 6A in three-pointers made per game. Just under 2.5 as they come out to double Falslip. Phipps hands it off to Horman. And Schumann hit one of those earlier. He's got another one. Schumann's got 12. That's the third three-pointer of the game for Skyview. Skank gets fouled as he breaks the paint. Who's it on?
Fouls on Sam Phipps.
Sam Phipps picks up foul number 2. 36-28, Skyview. 6 minutes to play. They got a foul on the inbounds. 6 minutes to play in the third. Horman picks up his first. Skyview, just like that. 2 team fouls. Boy, that ball just kind of thrown out there. And then Skyview turns it right back over. They're 9th. Skank in the paint, nowhere to go. Falslip takes it away. Falslip with the Euro step. Finger roll won't go. Phipps with the follow, but they call the foul.
Falslip is fouled. Fouls on Reavers, number 40, Bennett.
Quentin Bennett picks up his second. Falslip will go to the line. Falslip's had trouble at the line. He's 1 for 3. I think that's part of why he had his throwdown at the end of the half was so vicious. He had just missed one of 2 free throws, and he wasn't happy, and he misses that one. Hall will come in for Bennett for the Warriors. Also 1 of 2, he's got 12 points. 9-point Skyview lead. Pull-up jumper is good by Spencer Hall, his first bucket. Weaver stays within striking distance. Falslip. Free throw line, Jay. 14 for Falslip. Hall taken away by Falslip. Falslip was one-man defense. Oh, he throws the lob. Too tall for Phipps. Phipps comes out, makes Skank pick up the dribble. Now they look down low. Triplett going to work on Schumann. And a foul called by the out front official.
Triplett is fouled over the basket. Fouls on Jackson Schumann, his third.
Schumann picks up his third. Triplett's 3 for 3 from the free throw line. He's got 11 points. Now he's 4 for 4. Schumann comes out. The second free throw is taken off the rim by Phipps. Schumann comes out, Sorensen comes in. Sorensen at 6'5". Schumann at 6'9". So Skyview giving up a little height. Sorensen in the short corner, and a rebound foul on Sorensen. Misses the shot, and then compounds it with a foul. That's 4 team fouls on Skyview. It's the first for Sorensen. 39-31 Bobcats. Step back jumper's too hard, and Phipps comes up with a board. Short with that step back. And under 4 minutes to play in the third quarter. Phipps tries to make it a double-digit lead, but it rims out on him. To the rim, high off the glass. Short, no, that's Lefebvre. Lefebvre's got 5. Phipps in the lane, trips and falls with 3:32 to play in the third. It's a 39-33 Skyview lead. Lefebvre picks up his 3rd foul on that trip. Skyview triggers in, Falslip with it. Falslip with 14. Lead all scores. An elbow jumper. Rims out again for Phipps. Skank, elbow jumper of his own. Corman may have gotten a piece of it. Skyview rebounds it and they step out of bounds with it. 10th turnover for the Bobcats.
Weber basketball. Checking in for Weber, number 11, Nelson, replaces Lefebvre.
Lefebvre sits with his 3 fouls. Alec Nielsen replaces him. Spencer Hall turns and misses. Here comes Falslip, left side. Finger roll won't go. Rebound, Weber. In the corner, Skank kicks it back out front. The Hall back to Skank. He looks down low. That's going to be Sorensen's second.
Fouls on Spencer Sorensen, his second.
Triplett was working on him. Skyview just can't quite put Weber away. Falslip will come take a seat as Bergeson comes in for him. They're going to probably rest Falslip the rest of this quarter if they can, keep him fresh for the 4th. They may need him down the stretch because Weber's hanging in there, down by 6, 2.5 to play in the third. Weber with the ball. Skank, long 3. Won't go, Phipps with the board. They try to foul him, that Euro foul, trying to stop the break.
Foul is on Shank, his first.
Skank picks up his first. Bergeson to Phipps. Phipps in the lane, elevates, scores. Sam Phipps with only 3 points. Now he's got 5. He averages 14 a game. And with Falslip on the bench, he pretty much becomes their main scoring option. Falslip just taking a breather. Oh, Bergeson reaches in and fouls. Tyler Short didn't have anywhere to go. And Bergeson reaches in and slaps him right across the arm. You can hear it all the way up here. Bergeson has 2 fouls. Short with his first point and his first free throw.
Jace Wright replaces Cole Smith.
Smith sits, Wright replaces Phipps, Wright, Orman, and Bergeson for Skyview. Short hits them both. Back to a 6-point Skyview lead, 41-35. 1:45 to play in the third. Weber in the zone. Here's a steal on the cross-court pass. Skyview, an 11th turnover. Turn, shoot, score. That's Max Triplett. Triplett's got 13. And it's a 4-point Skyview lead. Approaching 1 minute to play in the third quarter. Skyview feeds it into Phipps. He takes a step, a dribble, misses, rebound, puts it in. Phipps now with 7. 1 minute to play in the third. 43-37 Bobcats. Orman knocks it down, but Skank comes and gets it. Skank breaking down Smith. Tries to kick it out. Phipps gets a hold of it. Phipps to the rim. Finger roll won't go. And a foul before the shot.
Fouls on Weber's 35. Hall is 4th.
Spencer Hall picks up his 4th foul. Sorensen sits Schumann back in the game with 40 seconds left in the third quarter. Skyview 43-37. Bergeson looking for somebody, throws it way out front to Horman. Phipps in the corner, his 3 is blocked. Weber got a piece of it.
And with the rebound.
Seconds to play in the third. Skyview by 6. Hudson Skank with 11 and the ball. Uses the screen, wide open, look at a 3 and he's got it. Hudson Skank with his 4th 3-pointer. 43-40 is Bergeson at the buzzer. Leaves it short, 43-40. Skyview takes a 3-point lead into the 4th.
You're so adorable. I'm taking you home.
The world judges. We don't. Planet Fitness. Be free.
Well, Hudson Skank hits his 4th 3-pointer of the game late in the third to bring Weber to within 3 points at the end of 3, 43-40. Weber's hit 7 3-pointers in this ball game. Skyview with 3. The long ball is keeping Weber in this. It's the same thing that happened when they played American Fork. They're down a couple of players because of injury. They were down 3 players because of injury against American Fork. Again, the number 2 team in 6A, I think the number 3 or 4 team in all divisions in Utah. They hung with American Fork for most of that game, and then American Fork ended up pulling away and winning 81-65. But they're within 3 as we start the 4th quarter. Falsliv's off the bench and back in there. He's got 14 points. Phipps has 7. Schumann's got 12 for the Bobcats. He's been kind of the surprise. Oh, nice move by Skank. And then he hands it off to his teammate who turns it over. 11th turnover for Weber. We're knotted up in the turnover department. See if Falsliv tries to take this 4th quarter over. Phipps has kind of found his groove. Wright intercepted the pass and kicks it back out to Bergeson, whose 3 won't go. Triplett with the board. That pass was for Phipps, and Wright cut down the lane and took it away from him. Short back out to Bennett. Bennett hands it off to Skank. Bennett at the elbow. Gives it to Short. Short up under the basket. He's kind of losing his balance. He's kind of to throw it up at the rim, or else he was going to walk with it. Phipps going the other way. Phipps leaves it short.
Triplett with the rebound.
Triplett with the board. Falsliff knocks it away, but it's picked up by Nielsen. Nielsen down low to Triplett, and he's fouled by Schumann. That's his fourth.
Fouls on Skyview's 32. Jackson Schumann, his fourth. Triplett the line shooting 2.
Coach Hilliard doesn't waste any time. He's going to bring Horman back in. I'm sure Schumann will sit.
Triplett drains the first one. Checking in for Weber, number 21.
Triplett with 14 to lead Weber. He and Skank both with 14.
Triplett drains the second. Horman
Triplett hits them both. He's 6 of 7 from the line. His Triplett. It's a 1-point game, 43-42. Skyview with the lead in the ball. Bergeson steps inside the three-point line. Rebounded by Falsliff. He tries to hook it back under. Won't go, and then he goes after the rebound and fouls Skank. It's free throws the rest of the way for Weber.
Fouls on Falsliff.
For Falsliff, I've got that as his second. On the big board, they've got him for 3. So he needs to be careful. 8th team foul on Skyview. Weber's enjoyed a third quarter without as many fouls. They have 4. And Skank with a chance to give Weber the lead. Ties it up with that one. 15 for Hudson Skank. For Skank. It's a 4-0 run to start this fourth quarter, all at the free throw line by Weber, and they lead 44-43. Falsliff, step back 3, rims out. Schumann fights for the board. Falsliff again from the angle. Got it! Falsliff with 17. Now he's got to be careful defensively. He's got 3 fouls. Underneath, Triplett flushes. 17 for Triplett. Falsliff kicks out to Horman. 3 ball. Got it. Horman with his first bucket of the second half. He's got 9. It's a 3-point Skyview lead. 49-46, approaching 5 minutes to play. Wright goes for the steal, and they call the foul. If they call this on Falsliff, that's 4. They call it on Wright, his 3rd. And Skank will go to the free throw line, where he's 2 for 2 tonight. It's the first. Skank's been impressive. He's 5'9". He averages 16 a game. You look at his line, he averages 16, 3, 4, and 2. He's 6th in 6A in assists at 4 a game. He's 5th in 6A at steals, just over 2 a game. He has good handles. Runs the offense well, and it's a 49-48 Skyview lead with 5 minutes to play in this ball game. Skank and Triplett with 17 apiece. Schumann fouled. He'll go to the line.
Fouls on Weber's number 12.
Triplett is 3rd. Triplett, Lefebvre with 3, Hall with 4 for Weber, Falsliff and Wright with 3 for Skyview, Schumann with 4. Schumann misses. Schumann's got 12. 6 a game. He's doubled up his average. He misses both. Rebounded by Falslev, though. 1 point, Skyview lead. Under 5 minutes to play in the game. Falslev spin to the left. Left-hand scoop won't go. Skank off the triplet pass. Hits the deck and a foul call. Oh, boy. He was out of control. Tried to split a couple of players, and there was contact. I think he just kind of fell down. Ferguson picks up his third. And Shank is 4 for 4, all in the fourth quarter here. He's got 17 points. He and Triplett and Falslev tied for game high honors. Now he's got 18. Phibbs back in, Wright sits down. Skank had 23, 22, and 20 in the first 3 games of the season. He's been in the high teens since. Misses the second, rebounded by Schumann. We're tied at 49. Skyview's led by as many as 9. Weber's hanging in there. Thanks in part to 12 turnovers. That was number 12 by Skyview. Skank, ooh, he has 4 3-pointers. Weber as a team has 7. Skank against Falslev, who swats it away. Horman keeps it in bounds. Falslev, pull-up 3. Dunk back in by Schumann. Nobody blocked out the big sophomore, and he rumbled down the lane and dunked the miss. The Bobcats have a 51-49 lead with 4:07 to play in this ball game. It's been a good one here at Skyview. This is our Christmas present to you. We hope you enjoy high school sports on the Valley Channel. 3 decades of high school sports on the Valley Channel. Everybody's doing it now. We were doing it first. It's fun doing these games, going to these schools. I'm seeing kids. You know, I was doing radio before doing this. I actually played in the first game the Valley Channel ever did. Now here I am calling games, watching these young athletes and just being amazed by what they do. Now 5 high schools, so that every game on the Valley Channel, almost every game, is a rivalry game. Seven 3-pointers by the Warriors has kept them on par with Skyview. They trail by 2. Hudson Skank's got 18 points. He's got the ball. Skank directing traffic. Hands it off to Lefebvre, who's been quiet. In the lane, tries to tie it up. It's short. Rebounded out of there by Falslev. Falslev on the run. Skank fouls him way out in 3-point country. Smart foul, because that stops the break. And that's only the 6th team foul on Weber. He grabbed him way out before the 3-point line. He was trying to foul him and grab him, and now Coach Hilliard gets a technical, and I'm not sure what he was arguing about it. There was something maybe I didn't see that was going on. Skank was trying to foul him all the way down court, and he finally blew the whistle when he was between the circles. It was so loud in here you couldn't hear it. And I think Skyview thinks that Falslev should be shooting free throws. Instead, Skank's got a chance to tie it off the Hilliard technical. points in this quarter by Schenck, all from the free throw line. And misses the second. 10 free throws here in this fourth quarter for Weber. 3, 5, they had 9 the entire game before this, and they're 8 of 10 here in the fourth. Skyview's 0 for 2 from the line in the fourth. So a chance for Weber to take the lead with under 3.5 to play in the game. Near steal by Falsa. Boy, he read it, but he couldn't handle the ball. 3 on the way, rims out, Phipps up high for the board as Nielsen had a good look. It hit every part of the rim but never touched any twine. Falsa walks it across the timeline as we're closing in on 3 minutes. Falsa against Schenck. He's going to hand it off to Horman. Horman down low to Schumann. Schumann fumbles, loses. Schumann turns it over, the 13th for the Bobcats. Another 3, this one too hard. Nielsen again, and now Schenck with the rebound, rebound and the shot, and a foul on the rebound. And it's going to be free throws. Who's it on? They never came to the scorer's table to say, here he comes now. Officials trying to find who it was. I think it might have been on Lefebvre. Officials are going to talk about it. There was a foul that was called, and I'm not sure they caught the number.
Foul is on Triplett, his third.
It's on Triplett.
Checking in for Weber, Worrell.
Worrell will replace Short. And Schumann at the line, 1-and-1. Skyview with a 1-point lead, 2:44 on the clock. Schumann misses. Oh, and Falsa picks up number 4. Not smart. Falsa is so aggressive. And you don't want to take that aggression out of a player, but so many times you're going to get whistled for that foul if you come running up behind somebody and reach in there and try to steal that away. For every time you don't get it called, they're going to call it more than half of the time. More free throws for Weber as Lefebvre's first one rims out. This is 12 free throws in the fourth quarter for Weber. There's still 2:43 to play. They had 9 in the whole first half. Skyview's got 9 for the game. Lefebvre knocks the second one down. We're tied at 51. Coach Hilliard wants a timeout. 2:39 to play in this ball game as Lefebvre is at 6 points. Right just below his average. He averages 9 a game. Schenck has done the job for Weber with 19 points. Triplett, Maximus Triplett has helped him out with 17. 6 for Lefebvre. Short with 2, Bennett with only 1, Spencer Hall with 2, and Worrell with 3. Falslip with 17 for the Bobcats. Only 6 here in the second half. Horman's got 9. Schumann's got 14. Phipps with only 7, he's half his average. Smith with 2 and Wright with 2. So the Bobcats with the ball. We're tied at 51. Fouls are an issue. Both teams in the bonus. Skyview in the double bonus. Schumann's got 4. Falslip's got 4. Falslip underneath. Schumann fouled hard as he goes in for the bucket. For Schumann, he's missed his last 3 free throws. Spencer Hall just fouled out. He finishes with 2 points. Which Ryan Jones doesn't take the entire minute. He sends Alec Nielsen right into the ballgame.
Schumann line shooting 2.
Schumann's 0 for his last 3. He's 2 of 5 from the line. Pressure free throws for the sophomore, and he calmly sinks the first. 15 points for the 6'9" youngster. Misses the second. Rebounds free. Falslev gets on the floor. He can't come up with it. Phipps is on the floor, as is one of the Warriors. The possession arrow favors Skyview. If they call a jump, it's Skyview ball. They stop play, what else would they call? And that's what they call. Bobcats basketball. So Falslev reached in and knocked the rebound free off the missed free throw. Phipps jumped in and tied it up. And Skyview just about turns over the inbounds pass. They do turn it over. Schumann was holding the ball out there looking somewhere else, and the defender knocked it away. Nielsen off his foot, out of bounds, turnover. 14 turnovers for Skyview, 12 for Weber. So both teams struggling with the Cowhide Globe. 2 minutes to play in the ball game. Skyview 52-51. Falslev, Horman, Phipps. Phipps walked. Oh no, they called an offensive foul. My goodness. That's his third. They could call him for the push-off. I thought maybe they got him for shuffling. Oh, that's a double dribble too. Logan Lefebvre wants to take the shot, turns and realizes he got defense in his face, and he drops the ball, hoping that the officials will think it got knocked away. And he picked it back up. They called him for the double dribble. They got him. 1:40 to play. Skyview by 1. Let's see if they just try to burn some clock. You got the #1 scorer in 4A with the ball. Kicks it out to Smith. You got a lead, you don't need a shot. 6'9" man takes the 3 and misses everything. Falslev tries to bounce it off of Skank out of bounds, and instead it rolls right inbounds to Lefebvre. Lefebvre finds Nielsen, back to Skank. 52-51 Skyview. Skank throws it away. Phipps lets it go. 14th turnover for Weber. Weber turnover. Skyview doesn't need to take a shot. And Coach Hilliard's going to talk about it. They can four corners this thing and force Weber into fouling. And if you're Weber, that might not be too bad of an option. Falslev, for all his scoring prowess, has struggled a little bit at the line tonight. He's 2 of 5. So Skyview on the night, 12 free throws. They're 5 of 12 from the free throw line. Let me total up Weber's. Weber at the half was 4 of 5 from the line. They are 16 of 21 as Weber from the line. 16 of 21, they were 4 for 5 in the first half, 3 for 4 in the third. So 9 free throws through 3 quarters for Weber and 12 here in this fourth quarter for the Warriors. They've got 1 field goal. Lefebvre, no, Triplett has a field goal. Everything else has been free throws for Weber. Skyview, a couple of 3-pointers. Jackson Schumann with a bucket and 1 free throw. Phipps with the ball. Working on Worrell. They look down low. If Falls He's fouled, he'll go to the line.
Fouls on Weber's number 3, Hudson Shank. His third.
Shank's 5'9", Falls 6'4". That is barbecue chicken down there in the paint. 44 seconds to play in this ball game. Falls hits. This is the 7th free throw in the 4th quarter for Skyview coming up. We've made some noise about Weber shooting 12 in the quarter. Well, this is 7 now for Skyview.
Coming in for Weber, replacing Bennett.
They shot 7 all game long. Skyview by 2. And Phipps with a board and the putback. Phipps' biggest bucket of the night. He's got 9. That gives Skyview a 4-point lead with under a minute to play. Lefebvre, 3 goes! Logan Lefebvre. He's got 9. And it's a 1-point game again. Skyview will have the ball with 31 seconds left. Timeout. Weber. Oh my goodness. Weber making it rain. 8 3-pointers on the night for the Warriors. Next up for Weber, they play Mountain Crest on the 3rd of January. Mountain Crest tonight was actually leading at halftime. They were leading Ogden 32-19. I don't have a final on that one. I do know that Logan lost. They lost to Manti 70-58, and Green Canyon continues their winning ways, a 71-65 win over Pineview. So the Valley doing pretty good. Ridgeline, not sure if they played tonight, but Skyview next up for them. They play Madison, Idaho on the 3rd. That one's up at the Spectrum. That's one of those double headers like they do with the football. They play Madison, Idaho, and I believe it's not Ridgeline. I think it's Logan that plays Preston up there. Also will go to the line. Skink has to foul him. That's his 4th. Well, what about us on the Valley Channel? What's up next for us? The number 3 team in the entire state, number 2 in 6A, the American Fork Cavemen will rumble into Providence to take on Ridgeline on the 4th. We'll have that game for you. So a couple weeks off to our next game. Also hits the 2nd. It's been an adventure. Hits the 1st. I mean, it's been an adventure for Falswood at the line tonight. It's 4 of 8. He needs this one to make it a 3-point Skyview lead. He's got 18 points. He's got 19 points. Also just a junior. Skank's got 4 threes on the night. 19 seconds. 3-point lead. Oh, timeout as Skank fires the 3. Jones calls the timeout. They whistle it before Skank can fire up that 3. It was short anyway. Weber's going to draw up a play. 57-54. Skyview in a fun one here tonight. 15.9 ticks on the clock. 14 turnovers for each team. Worrell will check in for Weber. Let's talk about what's up next for the Valley Channel. We mentioned American Fork and Ridgeline on the 4th of January. Then we start region play. Our first region broadcast will be Mountain Crest and Logan, a couple of programs that are struggling out of the gates here early. Mountain Crest looking for their 3rd win on the season tonight. They were leading Ogden at the half, and Logan lost earlier tonight. But it's a new slate with reaching record's what gets you into the playoffs, top 4 teams. And I think Region 12 is wide open. Skyview, obviously, when you've got Mason Falslip and Sam Phipps as a second option, it's going to be tough to beat. Bear River, they're thumping Box Elder tonight. 3 straight away, tied up! Falslip, plenty of time, 6 seconds. 5, Falslip, pull up, won't go, tip, won't go, we're going to overtime. Let's take a break. 57 apiece as we head to the extra period. You're watching the Game of the Week on the Valley Channel.
Do you need some help crossing the street?
The world judges. We don't. Planet Fitness. Be free.
Oh my goodness, bonus time for you here on the Game of the Week on the Valley Channel. 57 apiece. The Bobcats looked like maybe they were going to put this thing away. And then Quentin Bennett hadn't hit a shot all night. He has 1 point. He gets free at the top of the key and drains it. Falslip had a look. He pulled up for 3. You wonder if maybe if he thought about it again, if maybe he'd try to get to the rim, see if they could get to the line. They did something a little closer. They had a chance for a tap in, and now we're going to overtime. Phipps taps it to Horman. Ball won't go. Falslip will go to the line. Now earlier, the guy on the PA said Falslip had 4. I had him for 3, and I'm looking at the big board. I think he may only have 3 fouls. Falslip. So that's good news for the Bobcats. They need him. Falslip hits the first free throw. He's got 20. Misses the second. You noticing a pattern here? Ball free in the paint. Somehow Weber controls. Shank falls down, rolls over top the ball. The crowd wanted to travel. Weber retains possession, trailing 58-57. Lefebvre spins to his right, puts it up, misses. Rebound Phipps. Falslip spins back inside. No look pass to right. Put it up. Miss it. Falslip's trying to drop dimes, but his teammate's not picking him up. Weber ball as it goes out of bounds. And Wright knows it as he crosses midcourt. Falslip slaps him 5, says next time. Wright's not happy. 3 minutes to play in the game. For Skank as he gets to the line. And the bucket goes. 9 3-pointers in this ball game by Weber. That's kept them in it when they've been a little short-handed. Now in overtime with under 3 minutes left, they've got a 2-point lead. Hudson Skank's got 21.
Checking in for the Bobcats, Smith replaces Wright.
Falslip, triple team, throws it away. Skyview tries to get it back, but it goes out of bounds off the Bobcats. Falslip drove in. They brought help. They tried to leave it off, but Weber did a good job of rotating on that weak side, and Falslip had nowhere to go with it. He turns it over. 2-point lead for the the Warriors. I'm thinking about Weber State Wildcats. Skank passes up a 3. Now with the lead, they may not be in much of a hurry. With Faber underneath, wide open is Bennett. Bennett's got 6. It's a 4-point Warrior lead. Phipps down on the block is fouled. Phipps will go to the line. It's his first trip there tonight. Phipps has got 9.
Number 40, Bennett, his 3rd.
Bennett picks up his 3rd foul. 4-point lead for Weber. Huge free throws coming for Phipps. First one crawls over the rim. (59-62). 60-62. Skyview trails. They take a timeout. Weber with the ball with 2:06 to play in overtime. It's just like Christmas. Nothing better than thinking all of the presents are open, and then you look in your stocking and there's something in the toe, or you notice a present around the other side of the tree. That's just like this game tonight. It's been a good one, and then we get 4 extra minutes. Points for Mason Falslev. Again, he's the leading scorer in 4A, averages 24.1. Hudson Skank has 22 points. He averages just under 17 a game. Triplett with 17. For Skyview, Phipps has 11. And Schumann has had a big night. He's got 15. Schumann not out on the floor. I didn't see him foul out, but they're going a little smaller, are the Bobcats. 9 3-pointers for the Weber Warriors. And now a turnover. Skank with turnover number 15. Skyview with a chance to tie or take the lead with just under 2 minutes to play. Falslev hangs, shoots, scores. We're tied up. Falslev with 3 in the overtime, 22 on the night. He and the man with the ball, Hudson Skank, tied for game high honors. 62 apiece, 90 ticks on the clock. Skank out to Lefebvre. Lefebvre gets free baseline. Rotation of the ball ends up back in the hands of Bennett. Bennett had 1 point until the last few seconds of this game. And now he's got 8. Falslev leaves it underneath. Foul called as Malik Horman couldn't get the bucket to drop. He'll go to the line with a chance to tie it up. Bennett picks up his 4th.
Horman at the line shooting 2.
Bennett had not hit a shot this entire game, and then with 7 seconds left, he hits the tying 3 as Horman leaves it short. He hits the tying 3-pointer with 7 seconds left in regulation. Now he scored 4 here in the overtime.
Triplett checking back in for Weber.
Triplett will replace Short. Horman missed the first, hits the second. Malik Horman with 10. Nielsen with a nice pass, missed down low. Rebound Skyview. Falslev against 3 Warriors. It's swatted away, no foul as he ends up on the ground. Phipps fouls a 3-point shooter. What a smart play by Skank. starts into his three-point shooting motion and then stops and lets Phipps just jump right on top of it. Phipps with his fourth, and Schenk with 3 free throws. He hits the first 2. That gives Weber a 66-63 lead. Now this one to make it a 2-possession game. Missed it. Falsa with the board. 3-point ball game. Plenty of time, 40 seconds. Smith, 3. Tied! (66-66). 32 seconds on the clock. Timeout Skyview as Cole Smith buries a 3 from the right corner to tie this ball game up. The officials are huddling up about something. I'm wondering if they may add some time. As Ryan Jones, the Weber coach, was pointing. He was pointing up at the scoreboard. .37 seconds, so they added 5 seconds. 5 full seconds? That's a lot. Smith received that ball with about 40 seconds, and then he shot it immediately. So and then Skyview took a timeout, so 37 seconds. That tracks is about right. So lots of time for Weber. Let's see if they just hold for the last shot or they take the first look that they've got. 24 points for Hudson Schenk. His missed free throw left the door open for the tie. He was fouled on a three-pointer. He hit 2 of 3, and that allowed Skyview to tie it. Weber's going to play for the win. 10 seconds left. Schenk working on Phipps. In the corner, 3 on the way, too hard. Ball out of bounds. Weber has it with 2.9. It should be Skyview ball. I don't think anybody touched it after it went off the rim. And Skyview's all saying it's their ball, and the guys in stripes disagree. So Weber still breathing with a chance to win. Schenk, pull up, game! The Weber Warriors come into Smithfield and shock the Bobcats with a walk-off game-winning shot by Hudson Schenk. 24 on the night in overtime. Weber 68-66. We hope you enjoyed the game of the week on the Valley Channel. Merry Christmas. We'll see you next year.
The Game of the Week on the Valley Channel is brought to you by Icon Health and Fitness, changing lives with fitness innovation. Wendy's of Cache Valley. It's way better than fast food. It's Wendy's. Mountain Star Cache Valley Hospital. Together, we're greater. Cache Valley Electric, a tradition of excellence since 1915. New Smile Dental, experience dental care. Cache Valley Hearing and Audiology. Bring back what you have been missing. Lynn's Audio and Video, Cache Valley Specialists. Mountain Valley Heating and Air Conditioning. Give us a call. You'll be glad you did. Herms Inn, last chance for great food. Discount Tire and Automotive, so much more than a tire store. Four Seasons Apartments and Townhomes is your home. Planet Fitness of Logan, no intimidation and only $10 a month. Aspen Dental, get that gorgeous smile you've always wanted. The Logo Shop, we logo stuff, all kinds of stuff. And the Valley Channel, Cache Valley's TV station for over 25 years.